was a day that was likely to come. I mean, what was your initial reaction finding out that the deal with Jack is finally consummated?
Yeah, I think there's happy for a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of work that went in. Even the hockey world, you guys as well. We're all engaged in this lengthy process to get to a point where we all want to watch guys play hockey. They want to play hockey, and we've moved obviously one step closer. Jack has one step closer to that for him, and it's all good. I'm just, again, I'm happy that the process is done, and everybody knows what's to come of it.
How important is it for your team to have this taken care of and not have the potential for the distraction to continue to grow if this had lingered on even more?
Yeah, I think what's important for our team is to handle every situation. So not only do you have a departure, you have an incoming, and that's something to handle. There's different roles and different scenarios whenever you bring players in, and players are, what's my role? How does this affect me? So it's two sides. Not only do you have a departure, you have arrivals, and that always takes time. In this situation, obviously, we still have more time, as Kevin announced. The plans ahead, Alex being still injured, and Peyton will join Rochester. So the guys in that room still have time to there's no interference, at least from the psychological standpoint. They can go right to tonight's game and move right to that immediately. So I don't see any short-term effect at all.
What are your thoughts on getting a player like Tuch? I know we got to wait a couple of months before he's going to be able to play, but to get a player like that's going to be in your line eventually, what are your thoughts on getting a player like that?
I know Alex. I've known him since he was probably 15 years old, and he's a New York guy. When I spoke to him early this morning, he's excited. He said he can't wait to put the jersey over his shoulders, and he grew up a Sabre fan. So that's really nice to have those intangibles there that mean so much. They make you fight harder. They make you, you go to bed at night thinking about resolutions and potential success. So, and everybody knows what he is as a player. He is a guy that, his career is still evolving. He ended up going to Vegas. He was drafted by another team, obviously. I don't think he showed that. He's more than just potential, obviously, right when he got to Vegas, and he's been an impact since. And I think there's still a lot more to his game, which is really exciting.
What is Victor's status right now?
Victor was going to skate after, and we're going to hold him out. Again, it's exactly what I said the other day. Progressing, and we don't want to aggravate it because we think we can get it completely resolved.
So possible Saturday?
Yeah, I would say, definitely possible, and maybe more, maybe probable. It's close to saying probable, but.
How do you get them back to pushing the play again the way you want to see them play it in this game coming up against Seattle? Push the play, playing quote Sabres hockey the way you want to see them.
Paul, you could have done our pregame meeting this morning. It's all about that. I felt, I didn't feel. I think one of the guys mentioned they felt we were outworked. I didn't feel we were outworked at all. Some moments the other team outworked us. Some moments we outworked them. It was give and take like it is every night in the NHL for the most part. We played with hesitation. And that was most disturbing for me. It's not losing didn't disturb me one bit in those games. It was the hesitation, and I didn't question our guys' work ethic or our guys' commitment. I questioned their hesitation. Their fear of making a mistake becomes paralysis, and that prevents us from playing the up-tempo, passionate game that we want to play. So we need to get back to that. We can't worry about wins or losses. We have to trust that we need fully to engage in that as a process, and you'll feel a lot better about yourself, and you'll get off the plateau you're on and improve the way we know we need to improve. So you nailed it.
Your sister is part of the Kraken organization. What is your sense of pride in seeing Cammie working in the NHL and succeeding?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, she's put a lot of work in, both physical and emotional. She's taken a lot of pride to educate herself. She's always, even growing up as a kid, she was the youngest of four of us playing hockey, and very inquisitive, asked a lot of questions, and looked at things from 2 or 3 different sides, and that's made her. It's helped her gain a lot of experience, and obviously she's been in situations to gain a lot of experience, and heightened play herself and playing through injuries, all those things. So to see her be able to use all of that now in something so exciting as this team and this franchise here in Seattle is really neat.
Is there anything that she did not turn into a competition as a kid?
She loved it. I mean, she did. I can remember going to a lot of youth rinks and parents on the other team and kids on the other team literally going after her, yelling to go after her because she was the target, and she accepted that and thrived on that. So no, she enjoys the competition. I think that's why she's in it. Is she missed the competition and competing.
Now, when it comes to as far as who's here, what part of your leadership is so valuable with respect to the start that you've had so far?
As far as players specifically, Jurgensen's and Okposo, our two captains, are they exemplify what we want exemplified. They have such a deep passion and commitment to the team, to the city of Buffalo, to their teammates, and they work hard. I mean, they invest every day. We didn't win the last couple of games. They probably took it harder than anybody else within themselves. Like what they look in the mirror, and they're great leaders for us. And I think our young guys are. They identify with them. They want to be like them and work to that end.
Being around the league, obviously, you have buildings and cities you're used to when you go. What's it like to come to a new building for the first time?
I'd like to speak now to every architect that ever puts an arena. Please put windows in the arenas. Windows. In coach's office, windows. Stop putting them in the basement. No, it's when you walk out there and you see natural lighting. Because you think about hockey coaches and teams, you walk into the office in dark in the wintertime, and you don't come out of the office usually until it's dark, and you didn't look out a window the whole day, and it's not easy, it's not fun. So it's something really simple as that.
Yeah.
But clearly everything is done beautiful. It's done with a lot of thought. Lots of times the visiting locker rooms are an afterthought, and all the logistics surrounding that, whether it be the equipment managers or trainers and coaches, and you can tell the people here have a lot of respect for more than just themselves, obviously, and you see that the moment you walk in this building.
Don, who's your goalie tonight?
Tokarski will go tonight.
Anyone on Zoom?
First question on Zoom will be from John Worrell.
Hey, Don. I hope you're enjoying the West Coast. Just wondering, you mentioned, I'm not saying that it was a distraction, this whole Eichel thing, because you made it clear from the start of training camp that it wasn't going to be. But is there a sense of clarity, maybe a freedom from having that clarity of that this is now behind you and everyone can move forward?
No sense of freedom or any further clarity. Actually, I don't mean that. I'm not trying to contrast what you say, John. I think it's a really good question, but we have, if you don't think about the next opponent and the practice that you're in, you're done in this league. I mean, for everybody. So there was no time to think about any of that. I think moving forward, there's more concern for me, in that the players we got were extremely excited about what we got back, but nobody's our savior. There's no savior here. We expect those guys, in due time to come in and be themselves. And, this franchise is going to change by a group effort. And we've added, some competent pieces to the group, but it's still going to be a group effort. So I just, if there's anything that I feel, John, in respect to your question, it's just caution moving forward that we didn't, nobody has to come in here and be a savior. And maybe that's been, a challenge of the past, but moving forward, that's what I would say in light of today and the impact of today.
Thanks, Don.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Don.